Most people watching this video have tried to start an online business for at least 6 months and haven't moved forward. And the reason is actually really simple. Every video that you've seen that ranks the best online businesses to start, they all make it sound exciting, not by what actually works. And that's what's most important. And when you're trying to decide what to start with $0, exciting is the wrong filter. So what I did is I took 9 online businesses you can legitimately start with $0 in 2026, and I've ranked them. How fast the hours you put in turn into real money. That's what's most important. How fast you can turn your time into money in the bank. And I'll just tell you right now, the one I'd actually start with if I were starting today is number 7. And I'll tell you why when we get there. But first, let me tell you how I rank these, because if the rules aren't honest, the ranking isn't honest. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 rules. The 3 rules and how I rank them is 0 to get started, the time it'll take you to earn your first dollar, and rule number 3, which I think is most important, the income can't depend on a platform paying you. So Facebook can sprinkle some crumbs your way, they'll throw you a few pennies, the same with TikTok and some of the other platforms, but the platforms are just traffic. They're a way to get attention and not income. If a business breaks any of these rules, it drops in the ranking. That's why you won't see dropshipping anywhere near the top. And that's why we're starting out at number 9 and working backwards. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Number 9 is content creation. And what I mean by content creation, is getting paid by AdSense, brand deals, the TikTok Creativity Fund, UGC, platform payouts, and platform adjacent payouts. Look, they work, right? Getting paid by YouTube works. Millions of people are doing it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that content creation doesn't work because I get paid by YouTube. You're watching a YouTube channel right now, but the honest math is this. The first real dollar from AdSense or a brand deal usually takes months, if not years. This isn't going to happen in 3 or 4 weeks for most people. It'll take at least 3 to 4 months. And the income depends on Meta or TikTok or YouTube deciding to pay you. If they don't, it's not your fault. That's just the math of the platform dependency. If you already have a channel and you're growing fast, great. Keep doing it. I'm not telling you to stop, but that shouldn't be your day one plan. And it certainly shouldn't be your only plan. It should be a part of a bigger plan. And we'll talk about components of the bigger plan in just a moment, right? So let's go to number 8. And number 8 is reselling. We're talking about textbooks, used software, hardware, retail arbitrage, seeing couches on Facebook Marketplace, flipping things you find for the cheap, right? Real margins exist, but so does shipping, storage, and returns. And $0 to start only really works if you already have inventory lying around, a closet full of stuff you're not using, and you're willing to transport that stuff locally. The other problem is the hours don't compound. You do one sale, you make a little bit of money, right? You do one sale, but if nothing is happening, you're trading time for your money. Nothing about today's work carries over or compounds to tomorrow or next week or next year, for the most part, right? If this is your day one, I get it, but it's not where I'd point you. I'd point you in the complete opposite direction. So that's the slow tier. Number 7 is where it actually starts to get interesting. And number 7 is selling a simple template or guide. And as you can see here, I love selling simple templates or guides because this is the one I would start with if I were just starting from 0 today. And the reason is you pick one person with one problem and you give them one solution. And that's it. One person, one problem, one solution. It's as simple as that. It doesn't get any more difficult. Let me give you an example. I want to help men in their 40s get back to the gym in 45 days or less. That's my one person, men in their 40s. They're overweight. The one problem is they want to lose weight. They want to get back in the gym. And my solution is a 14-day back to the gym guide. It's just a PDF that I could sell for $17. That is it, right? I don't need to film anything if I don't want to. I don't need to hire anybody. I don't need to build a website. And I definitely don't need a brand. None of that stuff matters in the very beginning. I can build the thing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then start selling it on Monday. And I can sell it through my content. I can sell it through Etsy. I can sell it through a variety of places. And the reason why this ranks so high is because the first dollar can actually show up in a weekend. So if I start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I sell it on Monday, I could start generating some interest really, really quickly. And you already have something people will pay for. You just haven't written it down yet. So something in your mind is something other people are willing to pay for. If you've worked a job for 3 to 5 years, if you've raised kids, if you come back from an injury, if you fix something messy in your life, you already have something worth packaging, and I promise everybody does. If you're able to turn on a computer and watch this video, you have something worth selling. But they're really, really important. The top 3 in this list are not different businesses from number 7. They're just number 7 grown up. I'll show you, but first let's talk about number 6. Number 6 is freelancing. And when I say freelancing, I don't mean go to Fiverr and list a gig and hope and pray that somebody will hire you. That's not freelancing. That's basically buying a lottery ticket. Real freelancing is a named service for a named audience. So for example, I edit podcast episodes for health coaches with 5 to 20,000 downloads per episode. $300 flat is what you could charge per episode. And see, once again, we're very specific. The more specific you are in life, the better you're going to be, especially with business. And so, you compare it to, I just do stuff online, or I'm a freelancer, I'm a video editor. That's very general, and you don't show an expertise, right? And the great thing is it costs $0 to start. The first dollar usually shows up in 2 to 4 weeks. If you can cold pitch, so you're cold calling, you're cold emailing, you're sending DMs. But you're still trading time for money, hours for dollars. And every hour you don't work is an hour you don't earn. That's why it's number 6 and not number 3 on my list. It works, and lots of people are doing it, but you're stuck until you package what you do into something someone else can follow, which is number 7. So let's go ahead and get into number 5, which is tutoring. So what you're going to do here is you're going to pick one subject, pick one age group, and pick one hourly rate. Okay. So for example, you can teach SAT math to 11th graders for $60 an hour. And you could do this for 4 students a week. Great thing is it costs $0 to start. Your first dollar can show up really, really quickly in a week or so if you already know the subject. The problem is the same as freelancing. You're still trading your time for money. You're trading hours for dollars. And if you get sick, most likely you're going to want to take that time off. So you're not going to make any money. But here's what most tutors don't do. They don't turn the sessions into a guide. This is the trick here. If you spent a year tutoring SAT math, you already have a guide written in your head. So you can write that guide down, sell it for $19, and now you're back at number 7. So think about it like this. You could record yourself giving yourself a tutorial, turn it into a transcript, and then actually have AI create a guide for you. And now you can sell it to people that you can't meet with. You can sell it online. You can sell it locally if you wanted to. So that really creates a real business where you're no longer trading hours for dollars. Okay. So let's get into number 4. Number 4 is print on demand. Etsy, Redbubble, Printify into Shopify. I'm sure you've heard that before. And the real $0 to start only holds up if you're doing your own design work and your own marketing. If you're paying someone on Fiverr to design your mugs and running ads, it's not $0 anymore. I'm sure you've heard people have told you that print on demand is $0 to start, but it really isn't. And I need you to hear this part. Print on demand is not passive income. I know every video tells you that it is, but it isn't. A design that sells 50 copies a month at $8 margin is $400 a month. That's real money, but it's not passive. The ones who make this work treat it like a brand, not like a spreadsheet of mugs. They're out there trying to figure out what works. They're testing the market. They're looking at trending topics. They're spending a lot of time, energy, and effort to make this passive. Now we've hit the top 3, and these are where number 7 grows up. So let's get into number 3, community management. This is running a Discord, a school community, or circle community for a creator or a coach who can't run it themselves or just doesn't have the time. The pay is real. $1,500 to $3,000 a month per client is normal. And you're getting paid because the client can't afford to not have someone doing the work every single day. Again, $0 to start, and the client will pay you. The first dollar shows up when you land your first client, which usually takes at least 2 weeks of actual outreach. Again, you're sending out DMs, you're making phone calls, cold calls, trying to get in front of your target audience. And once you've run one community well, you can sell a playbook on how to do it. And guess what? That turns right back into number 4. So again, what you do is you gain some experience and then you turn around and teach other people what you know and understand in the form of a guide or a playbook or even kind of like a 1-hour course. And people are willing to pay for that because you are solving a problem and, showing what works. So let's go ahead and get into number 2, which are digital guides bundled into a mini course. This is number 7 at scale. I keep referring to number 7 because it's incredibly powerful. Instead of selling one guide for $17, you could sell a starter guide for $17, a bundle for $47, and a full mini course for $97. Here you're targeting that same one person with the same one problem. You're just doing it more, as you can see on the screen there. The first dollar timeline is about the same as number 7. You could do it in a weekend to build and a day to sell, but the lifetime value is different. Lifetime value basically means how much a customer will spend with you over their life with you. A buyer at $17 often buys again at $47 and then again at $97. This is how you turn a product into a price or value ladder. And the ladder is what makes this number 2 instead of number 5. So the goal here is to get someone to buy your starter bundle at $17. And then they're going to come back to you because they need more help or more assistance. And then that's when you can offer them the bundle for $47 and then potentially a mini course at $97. You are helping the same customer at a deeper, more intimate level. And let's go ahead and get into number 1, which is one-on-one or group coaching. So start with one-on-one coaching a client at $200 a session. That validates the problem. You learn whether people will actually pay for it. Chances are, if it's a problem, they will. Then move on to group coaching at $97 a month per person. And now you have 10 clients for $970 a month. Same effort as 2 one-on-one, but you're more efficient with your time. Or you could run it as a paid community. 100 members at $49 a month comes out to $4,900 a month, every single month. And of course, this costs you $0 to start. You can start this with Facebook. School has a 2-week free trial you can take advantage of. The first dollar can come in 1 or 2 weeks if you already have a following and have a network. This is the best effort to income ratio on the list. But it's also the hardest to start cold. I've tried to start many communities and it is a challenge. That's the only reason I wouldn't tell a complete beginner to do this first. The better on-ramp is number 7. Then you grow into number 1. So that's the 9. But here's the thing. All 9 of these are actually one business. Let me show you. All 9 of these are variations of the exact same move. Find a problem you already know how to solve and package it for someone willing to pay $9 to $20. Number 7 is just the cleanest version of that move. The top 3 are the same move, just bigger. If you're stuck on which problem you could solve and which product type fits your niche, I put together a practical bundle that walks you through the exact decision. It helps you figure out what your one person, one problem, and one first solution should be. And the first link is in the description. And I want to hear from you. Which number are you starting with? Comment the number below. I read and respond to every single one. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.